It's your under degree. Sip with me. I'll pour it hot, so hot. I'll pour it sweet, so sweet. Spilling his tea, spilling and sipping his tea, spilling and sipping his tea. Thanks for watching me, tuning in, subscribing, hitting that like, smash that like. I don't bite, no. It's your under degree, feeling great, spilling tea. Have a seat and join me. Sip some tea, unwind with me. Let's grab a snack and talk some smack. I'm your girl, I got your back. I got the news, I got the views. I bet you can't wait, I know you can't wait to sip this tea. Sip this tea. Spilling this tea. Spilling and sipping this tea. Spilling and sipping this tea. Spilling this tea. Spilling and sipping this tea. Spilling this tea. Spilling and sipping this tea. Spilling and sipping this tea. Spilling and sipping this tea. Thanks for watching me, tuning in, subscribing, hitting that like, smash that like. I don't bite, no. It's your under degree, shining bright, set the stage. Hollywood dreams, red carpet scenes, glitter and glow, the secrets I know. Drama with flair, I serve it rare. I got the scoop, I got the proof. I know you can't wait, so come and escape and sip this tea. Sip with me, spilling this tea. Spilling and sipping this tea. Spilling and sipping this tea. Spilling 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 and sipping this tea.
What's up? What up, EJ? What's going on? Listen.
Hey, EJ. Hey, bro.
I swore up and down once I did the survivors that I was going to be done. These hearings was a complete shit show. It was a disaster from beginning and today. Pam Bondi showed her ass. So we get ready to get this started. What's up, Ahmad? We get ready to get this popping. So I'm going to start off with, we're going to take it from Monday and up into today's date with the hearings. So I'm going to start off with my boy Aaron, and I'm going to end it with Aaron. I watch him a lot. I follow him. So let me go ahead and pull my screen up. When I tell y'all Pam showed her ass, Bondi showed her ass, when y'all see this, y'all ain't going to believe this shit. Y'all ain't going to believe it. All right, let's go, Diamond Gang. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. And I had this up. Hold on, gang. I ended up pulling up a whole nother tab. Sorry. Let's go.
Now, Ghislaine Maxwell says she will only speak publicly and testify if Donald Trump lets her out of prison and grants her clemency. Today, her lawyer, David Oscar Marcus, released a statement to committee members as she invoked her Fifth Amendment and stayed silent during her deposition, and essentially said that she will speak and she will spill the beans in a way if Trump grants her clemency. Quote, if this committee and the American public truly want to hear the unfiltered truth about what happened, there's a straightforward path. Ms. Maxwell is prepared to speak fully and honestly if granted clemency by President Trump. But here's the problem with that statement. Ms. Maxwell, Ghislaine Maxwell, has lied under oath repeatedly based on prior perjury charges and also based on information revealed in the Epstein files that have been released over the past several weeks. So it's very difficult to see how anyone can trust what she has to say, even if she is granted clemency.
Ms. Maxwell. Now let me stop that. Do you believe that she got up there with that BS about not saying a word unless she's granted clemency. You're a liar. Let's start there. She's a liar.
If you offering her a better deal than what she got, I believe she probably talking. Is she lying while she talking? She probably is. But you giving somebody a deal, they gonna talk. They gonna talk. Like
But
it may
here's
be
the
lies, but they gonna talk. They
yeah,
gonna tell
she's
you what they
going.
gonna tell you what they gonna tell you what you want to hear.
Yeah. I mean, tell you what you want to hear is different from telling the goddamn truth. So let's just go ahead.
Yeah, but it may not be any truth to it whatsoever, but it's what they want to hear. And she gonna tell them what they want to hear. And she's well connected. You've already established
All
that,
she gonna do
sis.
is protect Donald Trump.
He got the power right now.
All right, let's go. Now let's here it is. This was Monday. We're gonna take it from Monday all the way up until today. It was a shit show.
Can you please provide us with all the names of other additional co-conspirators to the crimes perpetuated by you and Jeffrey Epstein?
I invoke my Fifth Amendment right to silence.
Ms. Maxwell, were you a close friend and confidant of Jeffrey Epstein?
I would like to answer your question, but on the advice of counsel, I respectfully decline to answer this question and any related questions. My habeas petition is pending in the Southern District of New York.
She did this for we only got a couple questions, and she did this the entire time. Aaron just told us, unless she this is it was a waste of goddamn time Monday.
It's a waste of goddamn time. Because how you gonna try to get a better deal and you don't want to answer shit?
She said she not until she get the deal.
Bitch, bye.
I therefore invoke my right to silence under the Fifth Amendment to the U.S. Constitution.
Ms. Maxwell, did you at any time play any role in Jeffrey Epstein's activities involving the recruitment, grooming, or trafficking of young women or girls?
I invoke my Fifth Amendment right to silence.
Ms. Maxwell, have you ever coerced, directed, or otherwise instructed any young woman or girl to provide sexual favors to Mr. Epstein or any other individual?
I invoke my Fifth Amendment right to silence.
Ms. Maxwell, did you and Jeffrey Epstein attempt to surround yourselves with influential individuals to curry favor and shield your...
Can you see it on the screen?
Oh my God. Like when you invoke the Fifth Amendment, you're pretty much acknowledging guilt. Because you're saying, when you plead the Fifth, you are literally saying that I'm not going to answer any questions whatsoever because it may incriminate myself. You pretty much admitting guilt. You pretty much admitting guilt. Like, I can't.
Right,
We already knew she was guilty and we already knew she was evil. But to see it live and live in color.
Yourself from potential scrutiny.
I invoke my Fifth Amendment right to silence.
What we did get.
All right, hold on. Let me stop this.
Another episode.
The Fifth Amendment is not the right to invoke silence. It is not. Like, Google the Fifth Amendment.
They went in on her ass. They went in on her ass. Now, this was Monday, and I thought this was heating up. Today was, I'm telling you, I can't wait to get to today's.
In her long-running campaign for clemency from President Trump. And President Trump could end that today. He could rule out clemency for Ghislaine Maxwell, the monster. He could rule out a pardon for Ghislaine Maxwell, the monster. The question for all of us today is, why hasn't he done that, and why won't he do that?
But I am here to tell you that House Democrats, specifically on the Oversight Committee and the Judiciary Committee, as we do have Pam Bondi coming before us here in a minute, We will not be deterred. We will not be distracted. We know who it is that needs to be held accountable. We'll go and we will make sure to dig because his spirit that she was trying to play games with this morning. Miss Maxwell, we're not done. We're going to
I
continue
disagree with her. I
to
disagree with
go.
her. I disagree with her.
There are 9 or 10 countries in the world that have
That part right there. Other countries have opened up investigations.
They may have
This, I'm telling you,
other countries may have opened up investigations, but
they're losing jobs.
but they're
They're losing
losing
their
jobs,
jobs.
but they're losing their jobs. But to harper on this one individual when there's literally Democrats in that files, there's Republicans in that files. It's a whole
But
lot of
hold on,
different.
sis. You ain't
There's
see
a
it
whole
all.
lot of different people in them files,
Yes, there are. But you ain't saying
and
them.
they just going in on Maxine. Press
No,
them charges on them
they
other
did, but no,
jokers.
they didn't. I'm telling you, just hold tight.
Okay,
Because
my
this was
apologies.
Monday after she so-called didn't give up any information. Monday was her day.
Mr. Redneck, don't call me dumb because I'm gonna cuss your ass the fuck out. Don't
No,
call me dumb because pleading the fifth is a constitutional right, but you're still admitting guilt when you fucking do so. Because the
you don't.
only thing you have is the right to remain silent. When you invoke the fifth, it is you just don't want to incriminate yourself. That's the fucking fifth, motherfucker. So
Yeah,
shut the
don't be
fuck up talking to
disrespectful
me.
in the chat.
Shut the
Don't
fuck
be
up talking to me
disrespectful.
before I cuss your ass the fuck out. Cause I'm in a mood today. I had a long ass motherfucking goddamn day. And y'all need to practice what you motherfucking preach, which is minding your own goddamn business and doing unto others as you want to do as you want done to yourself. Y'all on that Christian rough, y'all on that Christianity wrath right now, right? Practice that shit before you come to me.
Yeah,
I'm
you
sorry,
can
sis.
all opinions are respected, but just don't be disrespectful. You be disrespectful, you got to be removed. That's all.
or
Let's go.
force their leaders to step down because of their mere association with Jeffrey Epstein. And the United States government is engaged in an active cover-up of the largest sex trafficking scandal and influence peddling scandal in the history of the United States. And Donald Trump is right at the center of it. And the person who is living to provide the evidence, who knows what is going on, is trying to invoke the fifth to buy her clemency. So let's be clear on what we saw here today. This was an effort to essentially try to secure her pardon by keeping her mouth shut. And
that's it. That's all. That's all she was
agree.
doing. And here's the thing. Like they said, she got caught lying prior to. So who's to say, they make this deal with her. She ain't telling. Can't nobody trust what the hell she got going on or what the hell she's saying. To be quite honest, based off of those redacted files, I feel like they might not even need her ass. Let's go.
we will not allow this silence to stand.
He opens the door.
All right, let's go. Lutnick, okay? This was day 2. All right? We get ready to get into Lutnick's lying ass, okay? So what we're going to do is play back what he said about Jeffrey Epstein, okay, Peanut? And then what we're going to do is play what happened when he was questioned. He looked like a goddamn fool. That's all I'm going to say.
His head shined though. It's really shiny.
Listen to this.
And there's a massage table in the middle of the room. And candles all around and stuff. So I ask very insightful, cutting questions. I say to him, massage table in the middle of your house? How often do you have a massage? And he says, every day. And then he gets weirdly close to me. And he says, and the right kind of massage. Ooh. Now my wife is, and I look at her and we say, I'm sorry, we have to go. And we left. And in the 6 or 8 steps it takes to get from his house to my house, my wife and I decided that I will never be in the room with that disgusting person ever again. So I was never in the room with him.
Y'all hear that?
Socially.
So y'all hear that? I will never be in the room with this disgusting person again. Okay.
For business or for even philanthropy. If that guy was there, I wasn't going because he's gross.
He's so gross,
and so
right?
I look back at it.
Remember this. He's so gross, y'all. He's so gross.
As a gift.
Yes.
He gave me a gift.
Yes.
Of avoid. And so, yeah,
So
that's my story. A one and absolutely done. Of these millions and millions of documents.
Now,
there may be 10.
This is him this week with his lying ass. Let's go.
Emails connecting me with him, probably about 10 emails connecting me with him over a 14-year period. I did not have any relationship with him. I barely had anything to do with that person.
Now, mind you, Peanut,
Okay.
this is this
Secretary
week.
Lutnick.
This is this week. What I just showed you was on the
That's this
record.
week, but it was also a Duke professor that was in those files. And the moment he knew he was in those files, he cleared it up real quick and gave his receipts. So while you have a person in the chat talking about, so you don't debate what? Black and white is black and white. There is no debating with black and white, boo-boo.
Let's
Booski,
go.
what you want? Get it,
Don't even
sis.
spend too much time. If they too disrespectful, remove them. Don't spend too much time going
Somebody
back and forth.
go ahead and remove CRN.
Because that's
I ain't got
nobody but a
time.
troll. You know what I'm saying? Don't even, yeah. They trying to throw the show off. But anyway, let's go. Let's listen to his lying ass today or yesterday.
I think you understand the root of concern here. It's the way you described very emphatically your first encounter with him in his apartment, said you were disgusted, would never have any contact with him again. Did you in fact make the visit to Jeffrey Epstein's private island?
I did have lunch with him as I was on a boat going across.
Okay, there you go, right there. You hear that? Now he was so
I had
disgusting.
lunch with him on the boat.
This was after this mother effer said he was disgusting. They are all liars, pathetic liars. This administration is full of shit. They're abusing power. Anybody that goes against them, they just doing a lot of BS. You're going to see tonight. All of you guys will see tonight.
A family vacation. My wife was with me, as were my 4 children and nannies. I had another couple they were there as well with their children, and we had lunch on the island.
He was so disgusting that he made it to his island and he brought his wife and kids. How about that?
That is true, for an hour, and we left with all of my children, with my nannies and my wife, all together. We were on family vacation. We were not apart.
Epstein Island. Who takes their kids to Epstein Island?
For a family vacation.
Make that make sense.
For a
Make
family
that make
vacation.
sense. He
Oh
looks
my
like an
God.
idiot. Let's go.
To suggest there was anything untoward about that in 2012, I don't recall why we did it, but
Mr. Secretary, again, as I said, there's the fact that you believe that you misled the country and the Congress based on your earlier statements, suggesting that you cut off all contact when in fact you had not. When you visited the private island, did you see anything inappropriate during that visit?
the only thing I saw with my wife and my children and the other couple and their children was.
Don't cry now. Y'all hear his voice cracking. Only thing. Don't cry now.
Staff who worked for Mr. Epstein on that island.
And you realize that, you know, this visit took place after he'd been convicted, right? I mean, you made a very big point of saying that you sensed that this was a bad person in 2005. And then, of course, in 2008, he was convicted. of soliciting prostitution of a minor.
And remember, he got that sweetheart deal a year, and he was back to do the same shit that he been doing.
Minor. And yet you went and had this trip and other interactions. Did you have it?
What's up?
Who got a sweet deal and they was back doing it? Epstein was
Epstein
convicted of
did.
this before?
Back in 2008, yes, he did. He got a sweetheart deal. You ain't been around for the last couple of lives. We almost got 300 in the building. Please hit the like.
Don't shade me because I've been at work.
Hit the like, gang. Hit the like. Let's go. When
My
y'all
apologies,
see
Diamond Games. I ain't been around alive.
Dinner in
when we get into Bondi, it's gonna go down.
Epstein's New York City home in 2011.
No.
So the information that suggests that there was a dinner with Woody Allen and Woody Allen's spouse at the Epstein residence, that's there's nothing to that. Is that right?
Oh, he was with Woody Allen. Woody Allen. Whoa.
I actually don't know what you're referring to. There was, look, I
You're
looked
lying.
through the millions of documents for my name, just like everybody else. And what I found was there was a document that says that I had a meeting with him on in May, I think, for an hour at 5 o'clock.
Okay.
Not dinner or otherwise, for an hour at 5 o'clock.
All right.
Got the best lawyer's job in America because your mission is.
Now, let me tell you this. He's going to go in on Pam's ass and tell her she needs to take accountability. She has done so much shit. Bullying, abuse of the system. This shit is wild.
Is justice.
Let me tell y'all, our government is so goddamn corrupt. It's disgusting.
And your clients are the American people. But to promote justice for the people, you've got to listen to the victims, like the women seated behind you today.
She disrespected those survivors that showed up. This woman has no fucking heart. None. Sorry, guys.
Those are just some of the hundreds of survivors of Jeffrey Epstein's global sex trafficking ring who are demanding that the truth be told and are demanding accountability for the abusers who trafficked and raped them. You still haven't met with these survivors. So with their permission, let me introduce to you the survivors and late survivors' family members who
they have been trying to meet with this woman for years. Years.
are present today. There's Teresa Helm, there's Jess Michaels, Laura Bloom McGee, Danny Bensky, Liz Stein, Marina Lacerda, Sky and Amanda Roberts, who are the family of the late Virginia Giuffre, Charlene Richard, and Lisa Phillips. Now, you're not showing a lot of interest in the victims, Madam Attorney General, whether it's Epstein's human
person in the chat,
trafficking
please.
ring or the homicidal governmental violence against citizens in Minneapolis. As Attorney General, your side unless you cover up right out of the Department of Justice. You've been ordered by subpoena and by Congress to turn over 6 million documents, photographs, and videos in the Epstein files, but you've turned over only 3 million.
And those 3 million, they redacted people's names that should not have been, and they showed survivors' information as intimidation tactics.
You say you're not turning over the other 3 million because they're somehow duplicative, but we know that there are actual memos of victim statements in there. And you also took down the Department of Justice's prosecution memo from 2019. So it's clearly not all duplicative, but even if it were, why not release it? Just release all the duplicative stuff. In the half you did produce, you redacted the names of abusers, enablers, accomplices, and co-conspirators, apparently to spare them embarrassment and disgrace.
Did you hear that? Crazy.
I definitely
Grace,
did.
which is the exact opposite of what the law ordered you to do. Even worse, you shockingly failed to redact many of the victims' names, which is what you were ordered to do by Congress. Some of the victims had come forward publicly, but many had not. Many had kept their torment private, even from family and friends. But you published their names, their identities, their images.
Again, they did this as an intimidation tactic to harass and bully these survivors. You can't look at it no other way.
On thousands of pages for the world to see. So you ignored the law, and even with over 100,000 employees at your disposal, you acted with some mixture of staggering incompetence, cold indifference, and jaded cruelty towards more than 1,000 victims raped, abused, and trafficked. This performance screams cover up. Convicted sex trafficker and groomer Ghislaine Maxwell opened the gates of hell to Virginia Giuffre and hundreds of other victims.
And guess what? She living like a queen. She living like a queen. Y'all about to hear how the hell she living like a queen.
Victims, as Virginia recorded in her remarkable book, Nobody's Girl. But when Maxwell was subpoenaed to come testify before Congress, you and Todd Blanche quickly moved her from a higher security prison to a minimum security camp in Texas, where she's enjoyed 5-star treatment, including catered meals, private gym time, and access to a therapy puppy. All because Todd Blanche.
Did you hear that, Peanut? A therapy puppy.
Mm-hmm.
Catered fucking meals.
Mm-hmm.
This shit is a joke.
Who's utterly failed to investigate the monstrous crimes of Epstein and Maxwell's co-conspirators, spent 9 hours with Maxwell and satisfied himself that she would have nothing untoward to say about Donald Trump, which is your only real interest in the matter, based on institutional performance. But abandoning victims and coddling perpetrators is what you do best. When the FBI opened a criminal investigation into the brutal killing in Minneapolis of Renee Good, a poet and 37-year-old mother of 3, by Trump's masked paramilitary ICE agents, you shut it down. You claim you're investigating the cold-blooded murder of Alex Preddy, an ICU nurse at the VA. But how can we trust the administration when the president and Kristi Noem call Preddy a domestic terrorist and Stephen Miller called him a would-be assassin? Not only do you refuse to share evidence with the state and local investigators and prosecutors in Minnesota, you have blocked their access to the crime scene and the evidence. How are you seeking justice for Marimar Martinez, the Montessori school teacher in Chicago who was shot 5 times by a Border Patrol agent who bragged about it on text? Or the family of Keith Porter, a father of 2 shot and killed by an off-duty ICE agent in LA? Or the family of Silverio Villegas Gonzalez, shot and killed in Illinois minutes after he dropped his kids off at school? There's no sign of any movement at the Department of Justice. You even launched a criminal investigation into Renee Good's grieving widow. How sick is that?
You hear that? So what they did was, after Renee Good was unalived by ICE, they launched an investigation against her partner. Not the ICE agents, but the woman's partner. Make that shit make sense. Make that shit make sense. It don't.
But it's even worse. You've turned the People's Department of Justice into Trump's instrument of revenge. Trump orders up prosecutions like pizza, and you deliver every time. He tells you to go after James Comey, Letitia James, Lisa Cook, and Jerome Powell, the head of the Federal Reserve Board, and members of Congress like Adam Schiff, Mark Kelly, Alyssa Slotkin, Chrissy Houlihan, Jason Crow, Chris DeLuzio, and Maggie Goodlander, to name a few, and you snap to it. You replace real prosecutors with counterfeit stooges who robotically do the president's bidding. Nothing in American history comes close to this complete corruption of the justice function.
All she is Trump's attack dog. Do you agree, Peanut?
I definitely agree.
What you think?
For me personally, I feel as if she's only communicating right now to try to see if she can get a better deal.
No, I'm talking about now. We're talking about Bondi. We're talking about Bondi, Pam Bondi. She's Trump's attack dog.
And contamination of federal
Bondi,
law enforcement. And the good news
Pam
is many
Bondi.
serious
yeah, Bondi is something else. Bondi
That's
is
what
Bondi, and
she
nothing she do at this point ever surprises me because she's Bondi.
she's she wouldn't
I
even
mean,
look the victims in the eye.
she's not going to, because all she care about is a paycheck.
lawyers at DOJ, including some of your own original appointees, have refused your lawless orders.
You can
Danielle
call her Blondie.
Sassoon,
I'm gonna
your
call her
original pick for
Blondie.
acting U.S.
Okay, y'all can
It's
call her
Bondi.
Blondie, but somebody said Blondie. I'm gonna call her Bondi because she gonna need some bond.
She is woo.
She's gonna need a bond by the time all this is said and done. She's going to need a bond amount. So
I
she
think
is
something's gonna go
always
down.
going to be Bondi. Because also remember, like a lot of them folks, the January 6ers and everything else, they all got criminal charges.
Mm-hmm.
Trump came and he pardoned them. There is not going to be a third. There is not going to be a third term. It's completely illegal to do so. You can't
Right.
pick and choose which part of the Constitution you want to follow.
I agree.
So, like, he's not going to be able to run again unless you're okay with being with
Attorney
this country
Manhattan
being ran like.
resigned.
Sorry, Peter. Go ahead.
Oh,
Sorry.
no, you're fine,
The
sis.
cursor went over it. Sorry.
No, you're
Go ahead.
fine. You're not going to be able to do anything unless you agree with the country being ran like Russia or these other third world countries or like North Korea or anything else like that, because that's where you're heading because of your own self-hatred. So
This
y'all can
woman,
call her Blondie, y'all can call her whatever. To me, she's Bond D, and she's Bond because she's gonna need a bond. By the
Bondi is
time
complicit.
everything gets done with her, she's gonna be locked up.
Yeah, she's
The
complicit.
only one in this circle that's protected is Trump because he has immunity. Nobody else has immunity. These U.S. troops don't have immunity. Nobody he's sending out has immunity. National Guard, nobody has immunity.
All
Think
right,
about that.
let's go.
Rather than follow your corrupt order to quash an indictment against Mayor Eric Adams as a political favor from Donald Trump. A Federalist Society member who clerked for Justice Scalia, U.S. Attorney Sassoon refused.
The person that said that Bondi's doing a good job, I need you to listen up because he's telling you and he's breaking this down of all the things that she's complicit in, all the things that they're doing that they shouldn't be.
To participate in this blatantly corrupt scheme. Her top assistant, Hagan Scotton, an Iraqi war vet and two-time Bronze Star recipient who clerked for Chief Justice Roberts, and then Judge Kavanaugh, promptly resigned too, writing to your office, quote, "I expect you will eventually find someone who is enough of a fool or enough of a coward to file your motion, but it was never going to be me." You and the president nominated Eric Siebert, a 15-year career prosecutor, to be your U.S. attorney for the Eastern District of Virginia. But after 5 months of investigating Letitia James and James Comey, he found no evidence to justify criminal charges. So you forced him out. You replaced him with Lindsay Halligan, Trump's personal lawyer from the Mar-a-Lago documents case.
You see how they moving boards around the chess pieces and doing dirty, grimy shit?
They've always done
Who
that,
had
though. That's no
zero
surprise.
But this is treacherous.
zero prosecutorial experience and no qualifications. And then you were humiliated when a federal judge found that this corrupt appointment was blatantly unlawful and threw out Halligan's indictments entirely. And grand juries of American citizens have repeatedly rejected your vendettas and baseless indictments brought by.
And that's all it is. She's using her. Trump is using her to get at all his fucking enemies. That's it. That's all. That is it, and that's all.
The hacks left at DOJ now, with 2 different grand juries in Virginia voting down indictments against Letitia James in a single week. And just yesterday, another grand jury shut down your vendetta factory by rejecting indictments against the 6 members of Congress who had spoken out to
6 members of Congress. She done lost her goddamn mind. Lost her mind because she didn't like, or Trump didn't like, what they had to say.
remind all service members that they have a duty to refuse illegal orders. You tried to get a grand jury to indict 6 members of Congress who are veterans of our.
Did you hear that? 6 members of Congress who are veterans. All because Orange Face didn't
All
like
because you,
what they had
yeah,
to
all
say.
because you didn't agree.
Crazy.
Armed forces on charges of seditious.
They trying to take people's rights away. This is a fucking mess.
Conspiracy simply for exercising their First Amendment rights. I hope you will heed the wisdom and the constitutional patriotism of those grand jurors and not try it again by doubling down on that humiliation.
They are literally trying to make this woman step down.
Your best lawyers are sacked
She need to.
for having participated in the January 6th case or just flee for the exits now. Your new lawyers keep lying in court. In dozens of cases, they've been excoriated for lying to federal judges. Chief Judge Boasberg, right here in D.C., suggested your Department of Justice perpetrated a fraud on the court. Other judges found your statements to be, quote, inexplicably misleading, patently incredible, totally inconsistent, and
this is coming from judges. Judges. Y'all mind.
so disingenuous that the court is.
Anybody to think that Bondi's doing a good job is, y'all better rethink that shit.
Left with little confidence that the government can be trusted to tell the truth about anything. Now, as ranking member, I asked the chairman to add a few extra rounds of questions today because we each have 5 hours of questions, not 5 minutes, but we're stuck with 5 minutes. That's clearly insufficient to give voice to America's victims and survivors.
Pay attention, y'all, because this is when Bondi, y'all can already see how she's so rude, disrespectful, nasty, no heart, she crashed out. She crashed out in here.
And to demand answers about all the corruption and cover-ups that we see at DOJ right now. We've got just one round, so we ask you politely but firmly, Madam Attorney General, please do not waste 1 second of our precious time by evading questions, by changing the subject.
And she did that. She did just that. Wasted their time.
Or engaging in personal attacks against members of Congress. We saw your performance in the Senate, and we're not going to accept that. This isn't a game. In the Senate, you brought something with you called a burn book, a binder of smears to attack members personally for doing the people's work of oversight. Please set the burn book aside and answer our questions. And when you hear us reclaim our time, that means it's time for you to stop speaking.
I don't care who the judges was appointed by. I don't care.
We only have 5 minutes, so when we reclaim our time, that means you stop. And if you don't, we will ask the chair to stop the clock and let you go on his time.
Because before this live is over, y'all can ready to see a Republican getting her ass. Let's talk about it.
The quality of justice in America depends on the character of our government. Please do your job and bring the Department of Justice back from the brink. The survivors seated behind you and the American people watching everywhere deserve a Department of Justice worthy of its name. I yield back, Mr. Chairman.
Objection, all of hand.
Now, this is where she totally disrespect the shit out of the survivors. And she's a woman first. This was disgusting.
Attorney General Bondi, you apologized to the survivors in your opening statement for what they went through at the hands of Jeffrey Epstein. Will you turn to them now and apologize for what your Department of Justice has put them through with the absolutely unacceptable release of the Epstein files and their information?
Look at her. Look at her. Nasty ass demeanor. You literally doxed these women's information. Doxed them.
Congresswoman, you sat before Merrick Garland sat in this chair twice.
Deflecting. Here she go, deflecting. Answer the damn question, Pam. Damn.
Attorney General Bondi.
No, can I finish my answer?
No, I'm going to reclaim my time because I asked you a specific question that I would like you to answer, which is, will you turn to the survivors? This is not about anybody that came before you. It is about you taking responsibility for your Department of Justice and the harm that it has done to the survivors who are standing right behind you and are waiting for you to turn to them and apologize for what your Department of Justice has done.
Members get to ask the questions, the witness gets to answer in the way they want to answer. The Attorney General can
That's
respond.
not accurate, Mr. Chairman.
Because she doesn't like the answer. So,
Mr. Chairman.
You answered the question with a question, Pam. That's what you did.
Republicans do that all the time, so why are we surprised? They never answer the questions.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to say that it's just a Republican thing, but when you're in the hot seat, you always answer a question with a question when you know you pretty much got screwed. You pretty much screwed right now. So you got to answer it with a question.
She gonna crash out.
You got you got to deflect. I already see it coming.
It gets worse. It gets worse.
why
I have asked.
didn't she ask Merrick Garland this?
I'm reclaiming my time, and when I reclaim my time, it is.
Mr. Chairman, the gentlelady has
I'm
reclaimed her
not going
time.
to get in the gutter for her theatrics.
She said this 20 times. I'm not gonna get in the gutter, but was gutter as fuck.
Time belongs to the time belongs to the gentlelady. The gentlelady has 17 seconds.
Thank you. You're not going to answer this question, so let me just
Chairman,
say
I'll
this.
direct it to
What a
you.
massive
No, I'm
cover-up.
answering a
Mr.
question.
Chairman, will you restore her time? The witness is
I'm not gonna get
interrupted.
in the gutter with this woman.
Stop the
She's
time
doing
and
theatrics.
let me have my time.
The gentlelady from Washington controls the time. The gentlelady has 17 seconds. You can proceed with your final
Thank you.
17 seconds.
What a massive
Maxwell recently tells a House Oversight Committee that she wants clemency to release more names. Kash Patel under oath said Trump's name appears less than 100 times in the files. We now know that.
100 times. Nah, how about 1 million? They did a search on his name in the files. Try again. 100 times my ass.
That's not true. Trump's name appears more times in the Epstein files than God's name appears in the book about God. Okay, by the way, this is the Trump Bible. Move over, King James. Trump's name also appears more times in the Epstein file than Harry Potter's name appears in the 7 books about Harry Potter.
This guy has Trump derangement.
This is it right here. Now you tell me whoever's screaming Democrat, 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 this Republican is getting ready to get in her ass. Let's talk about it.
Syndrome. He needs to get, you're a failed politician.
Yeah,
you don't get to reclaim time when you don't, when I don't answer a question the way you.
I want y'all to listen to this clear. Listen.
Goes over 4 administrations. You don't have to go back to Biden. Let's go back to Obama. Let's go back to George Bush. This cover-up spans decades, and you are responsible for this portion of it. Behind me, I have 3 documents from the DOJ production that are emblematic of the massive failure of the DOJ to comply with the Epstein Files Transparency Act. To my right is an email that was sent by the victim's lawyers to the DOJ. It was a list of names not to redact. A list of names not to release. What did the DOJ do with this email? They released this email in the document production. Literally the worst thing you could do to the survivors, you did. And they're getting phone calls. A lot of these people didn't want to be known. And we know you touched the document because you redacted one name and you
guess whose name she redacted? Let's go.
Redacted the lawyer's name, but you left the survivor's name there. The next document I want to show you, that was in the title, the victims' survivors' names, all right?
Straight silent.
The title of this
Straight
one is
silence while she was cutting everybody else off. She's silent at this moment.
They didn't redact the victim's name to intimidate.
But she's silent. She was cutting everybody else off.
Up. She fucked up and she looked dumb in the face. Let's go.
Child sex trafficking, co-conspirators, fully redacted.
To sex trafficking. She covered up the name of co-conspirators of sex trafficking. Redacted their names.
And by the way, we're going to unredact them here. Les Wexner is in this. Now, your your deputy attorney general.
Let's go
said,
back. Let's go back.
Who's in that
times. Who's in that redacted?
Les Wexner is in this.
Les who? What?
We're going to unredact them here.
Les who?
Les Wexner is in this. Now, your your deputy attorney general
she covered his
said, he appeared.
She made sure she covered his goddamn name up. Let's talk about it. And this ain't no Democrat talking.
There's hundreds of times in the files, but he doesn't appear in this file until I forced you to release it, where he's listed as a co-conspirator, not to tax evasion, but to child sex trafficking.
They're going to cover up right there, y'all. There it go right there. She redacted his name. Co-conspirator. This is crazy.
Not to prostitution, not to money laundering, child sex trafficking.
Trafficking.
And then finally, what we have here,
the survivor's
the third
name.
Exhibit that I have.
But she showed the survivor's name, though. Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that? The one in the chat, the people in the chat that's screaming Democrats when this Republican is busting her ass out. Come on, man. Stop playing with me.
Is emblematic of the FD 302 release. These are the documents that we need that you're holding on to and over-redacting.
I just got to hear it one more time.
The names of
one more time, Diamond Gang. Let's go.
And
let's go. Let's hear this
one
more
with the
time.
Epstein Files Transparency Act. To my right is an email that was sent by the victim's lawyers to the DOJ. It was a list of names not to redact. A list of names not to release. What did the DOJ do with this email? They released this email in the document production. Literally the worst thing you could do to the survivors, you did. And they're getting phone calls. A lot of these people didn't want to be known. And we know you touched the document because you redacted one name and you redacted the lawyer's name, but you left the survivor's name there. The next document I want to show you,
anybody cool with her redacting someone that was trafficking minors? Y'all must be cool with that type of shit. You ain't my type.
Was in the title, the victims' survivors' names, all right? The title of this one is Child Sex Trafficking, Co-Conspirators.
Child sex trafficking, co-conspirators. Okay.
Fully redacted. And by the way, we're going to unredact them here. Les Wexner is in this. Now, your your deputy attorney general said, he appears hundreds of times in the files, but he doesn't appear in this file until I forced you to release it, where he's listed as a co-conspirator, not to tax evasion, but to child.
She covered up Les, who was a co-conspirator of child trafficking, sex trafficking.
Poor Tink Tink.
That's crazy. But she doing a good job, though. That's what somebody said in the chat. She doing a good job.
Yeah, she's trying her best, but she's still gonna be fired.
She's protecting people that victimize kids.
Which they still gonna fire her. They still gonna fire her because they're gonna say she could have done more. She's still gonna be fired.
Wait till you hear what she say.
Sex trafficking, not to prostitution, not to money laundering, child sex trafficking. And then finally, what we have here is the third exhibit that I have is emblematic of the FD 302 release. These are the documents that we need that you're holding on to and over redacting because they have the names of the men who are implicated. How do we know? Because the survivors gave testimony to the FBI and it's in there. And what happens when you go to the portal at the DOJ to look at what's behind this redaction? Another redaction. So we can't even see them. And then there's
the cover up is real, Diamond Gang. Guess what somebody told me? Stop saying Diamond Gang, especially when your videos are starting to go up in the algorithm. And I'm starting to somebody, and I'm starting to see them. And especially for people that's not black. That's not black. I said Diamond Gang.
You better text me. You better text me who told you that so I can cuss them out.
Don't go off. Diamond Gang.
Diamond Gang.
Hit it, sis.
some of these files you've pulled down from the website that we will never see because we can't search the redactions. So I have several questions for you. Who's responsible? Are you able to track who in your organization made this massive failure and released the victims' names? Are you able to track who it was that obscured Les Wexner's name as a co-conspirator in an FBI document? Do you have that kind of accountability?
She let him talk too much. Guys, she let him talk too much. She should have never let him go on the rant that he went on. She horrible. She should never let him go that far.
The survivors is sitting right there. The survivors is sitting right there.
But she let him go off. I'm waiting on her response. Maybe she said, I'm gonna let you go off because my response about to be real nasty. I don't know.
This response, you ain't gonna believe it, but let's go.
I believe Wexner's name was listed more than 4,000 times.
Yeah, I already told you that. This is where he's listed as a co-conspirator.
Can I finish my answer? Come on, let me finish my answer.
His name was in there 4,000 times, but in this specific document, he was a co-conspirator. He didn't give a fuck about the other 3,999 times. He didn't care about that. He cared about this document where he was listed as a co-conspirator. Let's go.
Out within 40 minutes. He was already, you're acting like everybody's trying to cover up Wexner's name.
Reclaiming my time.
I'm going to answer this question.
Reclaiming my time.
He was,
Mr. Chairman.
This is how this works.
Can I have my time?
Mr. Chairman. The gentlelady can give her answer. The time belongs to the gentleman from.
All right, I'm reclaiming my time.
Can I give my answer?
So I'm going to put the language of the bill up on the screen.
Chairman, may I have another question on that?
Here's
a political joke, and I need to give my answer.
He was wrong.
We'll let the attorney general respond, and then the gentleman can move to the next question.
They told no. If you heard the guy in the beginning, he said, if she doesn't answer the question, they are entitled to reclaim their time. Either she answered or she don't, you know what I'm saying? They can reclaim it. They said, do not waste our time. And that's what she basically was doing, taptoeing and dancing around the shit.
I tried. You tried, Republican people. I tried.
But before it end though, you're going to be done trying for her. I swear, I promise you.
It's my time.
Within 40 minutes, you asked me a question. Within 40 minutes, Wexner's name was added back.
Within 40 minutes of me catching you red-handed.
There was one redaction out
where
of
he's
over
listed as a co-conspirator.
And we invited you in. This guy has Trump derangement syndrome. He needs to. You're a failed politician.
Gentlemen,
you need to
I
get
want you to watch the video.
The chairman, please restore his time and remind the witness of the rules here.
There is no credible information.
Look at this little bonehead. Let's go.
If there were, I would bring the case yesterday that he trafficked to other individuals.
Is that your position as well?
My position is any victim who comes forward, of course, we would love to hear from them. 1-800-CALL-FBI. Did you
That's a lie, but never set up a meeting to meet with the survivors. She's a liar.
You asked Merrick Garland that the last 4 years. Did you talk about Epstein?
I am reclaiming my time. I'm glad you're asking about Merrick Garland.
You don't get to reclaim
because
time
this
when
is
you don't-
bigger
when
than
you can't-
Watergate.
when I don't answer the question the
This
way you
goes
want.
over 4 administrations. You don't have to go back to Biden. Let's go back to Obama. Let's go back to George Bush. This cover-up spans decades, and you are responsible for this portion of it.
And that's
Now,
where the
I want to know at what
transparent-
point did the FBI and the DOJ decide that Lex Wessner
Oh, sorry, gang.
was not a co-conspirator? Because our Epstein Files Transparency Act requires you, please put it back on the screen, please, to release the internal decision about whether to prosecute him or not, and it's not in the files, and it's not in the files.
It's not in the files because they never investigated it. This is sad. This is sad, y'all.
For any of these other men.
Time of the gentleman has
Which,
expired.
may she answer?
And he's a hypocrite because he voted against the ban that we were talking about on deep fake AI porn. Only 2 people voted against
What
it,
the heck?
and
This
you
is
were
what I
one of them.
said. Do y'all hear her deflecting? Oh, God. Help her.
Hypocrite.
The gentleman's time has expired.
I love this.
I want to discuss.
Y'all, I might gotta mute the part where Epstein is dancing with Trump. So let's go. She tried to do this Lou dirty too. She tried to do Lou dirty too.
Another man, Donald Trump, was all over the Epstein files, like former Prince.
I gotta mute that part, y'all. This is crazy. But he's basically saying, you know, that Trump was at a party with Epstein. I can't hear that music.
Former Prince Andrew, Donald Trump attended various parties with Jeffrey Epstein. I want to know, were there any underage girls at that party or at any party that Trump attended with Jeffrey Epstein?
No.
This is so ridiculous.
Why you do that?
And that they are trying to
It's not ridiculous.
deflect from all the great things Donald Trump has done. There
Look,
is no
she's ratting for this
thing.
dude. She's ratting for Trump. You understand?
Oh, sweet multicolored baby Jesus be offense.
You hear this? Watch what she say. This is her answer. She ratting for her president.
evidence that Donald Trump has committed a crime. Everyone knows that. This has been the most transparent presidency. He's the one that asked that those files.
I'm reclaiming my time.
be
I got your
released.
answer. You said there's no
President
evidence.
Trump asked
Mr. Chairman,
that
please
those
stop the clock.
files
Please stop the clock.
The legislation. This is
Time.
this
I'd like
is
to
Time
reclaim my
belongs,
time.
time belongs to the gentleman. from
How much
California.
was she paid for this?
I'm
for
gonna
this
put out-
appearance?
I don't know what that. I told you.
How much was she paid?
I don't know, but he
If
uses
she
her as
wasn't
his attack
paid,
dog.
if she wasn't paid, what businesses or whatever, what is she marketing that she wants to be highlighted on?
She's the DOJ.
No, but I'm saying, what is her personal businesses that she wants to highlight on? Because those business people and people that's looking for a payday are the only ones that's backing Trump right now.
I don't know. I have no. I just
So,
know that he uses her
what
as his
businesses
attack
you
dog.
got? What like, are you behind in your mortgage? You behind in your rent? Like, what is you behind in? Because no normal person would be behind Trump and everything that he's freaking doing. If Trump had been a black man, Lord Jesus.
Let's go.
Another document from a witness who called the FBI's National Threat Operations Center, because I believe you just lied under oath. There is ample evidence in the Epstein file.
Don't you ever accuse me of a
I
crime.
believe you just lied under oath, and
You
this is
did.
on videotape. You said there's no evidence
Yeah, she did. She did
You
lie
did.
under oath.
She did lie.
of crime. I'm showing you. Here is a witness statement who called into the FBI's Threat Operations Center. He drove Donald Trump around in a
Look
limo.
at all that
He
redaction.
overheard what Donald Trump said to Jeffrey on his cell phone. He was
Look
so
at
angry,
those
he was going to stop
heavily
a limo and hurt
redacted
Donald Trump.
documents.
Mhm. Yep.
But
He met a girl who
this
said she
is
was
what
raped
I
by Donald
don't.
Trump
And I'm
and
sorry,
Wait,
Jeffrey
hold on. Let
Epstein.
me take this back because
She later had her head blown off.
listen,
but
this is
Under oath.
this is
There is
good.
ample
Let me
evidence
stop it.
in
Let
the
me stop
Epstein.
it. Go ahead. Go say it.
I this is what I have a problem with MAGA people. Once it was put out there years ago that Obama is the only president, and he went down in record history to receive the most unaliving threats. Now all of a sudden, Trump, his second term, want to make it seem like everybody's threatening his life. Duck, ain't nobody worried about you. They just want you out of office.
Yeah.
That's it. You may have ones and twosies out there that you want to sit up here and market, but you are not going to take away how many threats Obama has received daily. Daily. He went down in history as the president that has received the most threats daily.
Yeah, he was
And
not in
you
those files
and
either.
you just throw somebody out there every now and then and be like, he threatened my life.
But listen to this though. Listen to this. What
Ugh,
happened?
I
What
can't with these people. I
what's in this
can't.
redacted files? It's gonna blow y'all minds. What's in this redacted file?
This is so ridiculous. And that they are trying to deflect
That's you
from all the great things Donald Trump has done. There is no evidence that Donald Trump has committed a crime. Everyone knows that. This has been the most transparent presidency. He's the one that asked that those files
I'm reclaiming my time.
be
I got your
released.
answer. You said there's no
President
evidence.
Trump asked
Chairman,
that
please
the
stop the
files
clock.
be
Please stop
signed
the clock.
The legislation. This is
He getting ready to give y'all the evidence right here.
Time belongs to the gentleman from California.
Okay. I'm going to put up another document from a witness who called the FBI's National Threat Operations Center because I believe you just lied under oath. There is ample evidence in the Epstein file.
Don't you ever accuse me of a crime.
I believe you just lied under oath, and this is all on videotape. You said there's no evidence of a crime. I'm showing you. Here is a witness statement who called into the FBI's Threat Operations Center. He drove Donald Trump around in a
Listen close, y'all. Here go the evidence.
limo. He overheard what Donald Trump said to Jeffrey on his cell phone. He was so angry, he was going to stop a limo and hurt Donald Trump. And he met a girl who said she was raped by Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein. She later had her head blown off, and officers at the scene said that could not have been suicide. No.
Oh my
Did y'all hear
God.
that? Did
Oh my
y'all hear
God.
that?
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Let's go.
Whew.
Trigger warning. Sorry, I should have said that.
No one at the Department of Justice interviewed this witness.
They didn't even interview this girl. This is insane. If y'all don't see the bigger picture, if y'all don't see the cover up, this is crazy.
To interview this witness immediately. Epstein should rot in hell. So should the men who patronized his operation. And as we say here today, there are over 1,000 sex trafficking victims, and you have not held a single man accountable. Shame on you. If you had any decency, you would resign right after this hearing concludes.
The gentleman has expired.
We have some news right.
All right, we coming to the end, y'all. Because at the end of the day, neither side got anywhere, y'all. Neither side. Let's go. Let's end it with my boy. I started it with my boy. I'm going to end it. And I got to thank my sis, Marion. She put me on to him.
And I'm here on Capitol Hill. Attorney General Pam Bondi's hearing just finished. And the reaction that we're seeing right now on both sides, not just Democrats, but on both sides, is that it was really an embarrassment for the Attorney General and for the Department of Justice because it just evolved into screaming matches. Attorney General Bondi wouldn't even look at the faces of the Epstein survivors, more than a dozen.
The disrespect was unreal. I never seen no shit like this in my life.
That were sitting in the crowd who demanded to meet with her. She wouldn't meet with her. She wouldn't meet with them. And you have Republicans online blasting the Attorney General for her refusal to acknowledge the Epstein survivors, for her refusal to answer any questions about the Epstein files. You have
Did you hear that? For the ones that's in there screaming Democrats, the Republicans was on her ass. on her ass about the survivors, about her not even acknowledging them. Stop it, y'all. Nobody got anywhere today.
Democrats upset because she didn't answer any of their questions. My reporting, remember I reported early on.
Oh, sorry, y'all.
On that Republicans were instructed not to bring up Epstein at all. They didn't bring up Epstein at all. The reporting was 100% accurate. And while it's clear that the White House gave marching orders and Republican members on the House Judiciary Committee followed, but it wasn't good for her, not on the right, not on the left. So we'll see what happens next. Spread the word.
So the Democrats and the Republicans both was on her ass. It's just a matter of time. She got to go.
She
gotta
gotta
go,
go.
y'all.
She gotta go. And for the people in the back that's saying, why didn't Obama do it? It doesn't matter if Obama did it or didn't do it. At the end of the day, the files are the files. And it's Democrats and Republicans in those files. Why y'all want Obama to have blame so freaking much? Leave that
He
black
wasn't
man
even in
alone.
the files.
He wasn't even
We know why.
listed. So why y'all even mention him? Leave him alone.
Y'all, wait,
Leave
thanks
him alone.
everybody. Thanks everybody to hit the like. This is the first time I've been going live on this for over a week straight, and I was not getting likes. So I appreciate the likes that I did get. Please, I encourage you guys, hit the like. If you guys want, I could drop the link. You want to sound off, come up for the last maybe 15 minutes. Put a 1 in the chat if you want to, but go ahead, sound off, sis. I'm sorry. I just
No,
didn't
we ain't
hear. I
supposed to.
didn't want
No,
you going back and forth with a
no,
troll.
not the link on this.
Oh, because you want, yeah, because I don't want you to get upset with no trolls. Don't ever let no trolls get to you. But
I
gang,
just
this
can't.
is wild.
As an unaffiliated party, I just can't. I just can't. Because Democrats don't come at me this hard as an unaffiliated party. Like, they don't come at me like this. Republicans come at me super freaking disrespectful and hard. And it's like, for what? I'm unaffiliated, Joker. I'm
And I
really
was
unaffiliated. And I try to give everybody the benefit of the doubt.
and I was supposed to leave
I ain't
this
got time.
alone, and I couldn't.
I wish you would have.
I
But
couldn't leave it alone, gang. So I can't even say that I'm going to after this, because the more things that's coming out now that I'm watching certain channels and certain people, I can't walk away from this. I got to see how it ends, and I'm going to see this through to the end.
I'm so sick of y'all. I'm so
Please,
sick of
gang.
y'all. Why didn't Obama release files? Nobody cares. The files are released. The files are released. What, like, why are y'all questioning why they won't release any for certain person? Democrats and Republicans are both in the files. But y'all want to sit up here and go back and forth and rub on your marshmallows and rub them side to side and bump marshmallows because
Yeah,
it was
it's
released
over.
underneath somebody else. Go on somewhere with y'all little marshmallow soft having asses. Go on somewhere.
The
Like, y'all
past
getting on
is
my
the
nerves.
past. It's just time for us to, I mean, we talking about
Like,
now.
God dang.
We
It
talking
doesn't
about
matter
now.
who released them. Like, Republicans and Democrats are both in the files.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, release them. I wish.
Like, every Republicans voted to release the files.
Yeah, guys, this is crazy. This
And the
is
last
crazy.
term, what I think it was the last term Obama was president, he didn't even have the majority. So even if he wanted to, who would have voted for it? Because he ain't had the majority. He ain't had the majority. Republicans did. So y'all just being extra for no reason. Like,
EJ, you
y'all need
said
to,
you don't think I should? Then I
no,
won't.
no.
He said he don't think I should leave it alone. And I can't. I gotta follow this through. I'm vested now.
EJ, I'm about to take your phone. Yes, she should leave this alone.
But I'm
She
gonna
should.
ask you guys, please subscribe to the
Who
channel.
hit the link?
Nobody hit the link.
Oh, I
I
thought
didn't
I heard
drop
a
it.
beat. I thought I
I
heard a
didn't
beat.
drop it. I ain't gonna drop it. Well, we're going to go ahead and close out. I appreciate everybody. Replay gang, if you come through, please hit the like. Yeah, I got to see this through. And I want to thank everybody for coming in.
How far are you gonna go though?
As far as it goes. As far as it goes. I don't know. I don't know until something is done. I don't know what's going to come about this, y'all. I don't. So we'll have to see. But again, guys, I want to thank all of you for coming. Please subscribe to the channel. What up? What up? Go for it, bestie. Me. There go my girl. There go my partner in crime. Hey, hey. What's up, bestie?
Me. Mind your business, me.
Bestie. Go, bestie. Go, bestie.
Mind your business. Mind your business, Mika. You got to pop up here.
My bestie said, rock out with the rock out. I'm a rock out.
Mika,
Pina, and you're going to have to come on. Come on, man. We got to see this through, girl. We got to see it through.
I don't have my tolerance for these Republicans in 2026 is very low.
Listen, gang.
Okay, so my apologies. The MAGA people of 2026, my tolerance is low because there's a difference between a conservative and a MAGA. How about that?
Yeah, but let me say this, guys, before we go, please stay tuned. I am going to post Peanut's channel on my community wall. She will be getting into different court cases. So stay tuned. I mean, we got so much more to come. My boy, we beat you. His channel's phenomenal. Now he goes more on the conspiracy side of things. I will repost his channel as well. We are a team. Okay. She's going to do court cases. I'm doing celebrity gossip. And my boy, we beat you. He does celebrity gossip, but with a twist. I don't believe in conspiracy theories. So yeah.
I don't either.
If you're into that.
But I support.
Well, if you're into that. So please, y'all, subscribe to the channel. I will put both of my partners' channel on my community wall. All right, you got anything to say? Because I'm ready to hit that music and we out.
No, I guess I do have a little bit.
Tina.
I am going to cover the sentencing of the Raleigh unaliving, the mass unaliving person that was a teenager when he did it. And we on like day 6 or 7 of sentencing after he already pled guilty. I'm really confused and they really getting on my nerves. So my apologies if my patience is low lately, but I'm following court cases and I don't have time for foolishness. I really don't. And little Bond D that's gonna need bond. I don't have patience with her. And she gotta go. She gotta go. All of them gotta go. But y'all make sure that y'all pay attention to y'all local elections because a lot of y'all states, if not all of y'all, have primary elections around this time. Y'all make sure y'all get out there and vote. And on that note, I'm out.
Wait, me. Put Peanuts and Dove's channel in the chat for me, please. Stay for a couple of minutes so people can hit the link through here.
And on that note, peace, love, and joy to you and yours.
Look, he
and
said
those that love on you.
Peanut, EJ got a question for you.
Peanut, have you been taking your sip?
She was going off. I was like, calm down, sis.
Oh my God. Why you do me like that, EJ?
Please put their channels in the chat. Please, gang. Please support my sister and my brother. They got some good things going on.
I got ready to say something smart, but we got new people here. So I can't even say nothing.
And please, guys, listen, let me just say this. I'm just passionate. I'm a passionate person, but if you come up here and you don't disrespect, I will let you say what you have to say. I created this channel for people to have a voice, even if it's, opposing of what I have to say. I'm okay with that. We could agree to disagree. We are adults, so please don't be shy. Hit the link sometimes.
Yeah, but just don't come in here being disrespectful because there was a lot of y'all in the chat that was extremely disrespectful and y'all was making me annoyed. I don't mind a difference of opinion, but when you start disrespecting my sis, disrespecting me, disrespecting the channel, the platform, that becomes a problem.
Yeah.
But we can all respectfully disagree and have a conversation. And that's what's wrong with America now. You can't sit down and have a conversation.
Right.
That's a problem. But to answer the question, I'm lacking some vitamin D because he working night. How about that, EJ? Have a great night.
The vertical side is wild and enjoyable. Yeah. The first time I did it, I was like so nervous, but yeah, I enjoy the vertical side because you get a variety, a different group of people coming through, stopping through. So I enjoy it. I don't like, when they do all of that crazy stuff, but you got to take the good with the bad sometimes. All right, gang, make sure y'all hit the like, subscribe to the channel. I will be live. I try to go live at least 3 times a week. So I'll be back on soon. And we're going to get on up out of here. All right, gang. Hold on.
It's your under the breeze. Sip with me. I'll pour it hot, so hot. I'll pour it sweet, so sweet. Spilling his tea, spilling and sipping his tea, spilling and sipping his tea. Thanks for watching me, tuning in, subscribing. Hitting that like, smash that like. I don't bite, no. It's Yolanda the Greek, feeling great, spilling tea. Have a seat and join me. Sip some tea, unwind with me. Let's grab a snack and talk some smack.
Hey, y'all, hit that like.
I'm your girl, I got your back. I got the news, I got the views. I bet you can't wait, I know you can't wait to sip this tea. Sip this tea. Spilling this tea. Spilling and sipping this tea. Spilling and sipping this tea. Spilling this tea. Spilling and sipping 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 this tea. Thanks for watching me, tuning in, subscribing, hitting that like, smash that like. I don't bite, no. It's Yolanda the Great, shining bright.
Shouts out to all my moderators. I love y'all.
Right, set the stage, Hollywood dreams, red carpet scenes, glitter and glow, the secrets I know. Drama with flair, I serve it rare. I got the scoop, I got the proof. I know you can't wait, so come and escape and sip this tea. Sip with me, spilling this tea, spilling and sipping this tea, spilling and sipping this tea, spilling this tea, spilling this tea, spilling this tea.